Welcome to IDB, everyone. It's Andrew here. One of my favorite games, Game Dev Tycoon, has made its way onto the App Store for both iPhone and iPad. The game is one of the most intricate and complex and fun tycoon-style games that I've played in a really long time. It's completely original, and you might remember it from making headlines just a few years ago. The premise is simple. You, as a solo developer in a garage, need to make money by developing games. You can earn money on the side by doing additional contracts for people that can help generate additional research points. Research points can help you unlock new parts to work on new projects and unlock bigger and better components for game engines. Once you go ahead and create your game, you start selling it, and you see all that money coming in, you have fans coming in, and all that'll generate revenue, which you can use to hire new developers, upgrade your team, buy bigger shops, and more fancy things as you progress throughout the game. Developing games starts off pretty easy, but can get definitely complex as more and more things are unlocked. To start off, you're just in a garage and you have just two things, a topic and a genre. So we can choose a topic here, whatever we'd like, say business, and we can pick a genre, maybe, how about strategy there, a business strategy game. You can go ahead and give it any name you want, so you can just type that out, and then we're going to go ahead and choose a platform. Right here early on, we will have a few different platforms to choose from, all that might sound just a little bit familiar, like the G64, a PC, or the TES. Make a few more selections about what components you want to include in your game, and you're on your way. As the game is being developed, you'll see different stages pop up where you can make decisions on which parts are important to this kind of game. Choose correctly, and it's really going to pay off with a very successful game. If you choose poorly, your game is going to receive terrible reviews and probably terrible sales. Once your game is complete, you'll see a little review roundup that'll let you know what other companies, what Game Informer and other reviews out there thought of the game that you produced, as well as all the different components in it, like what was good, what was bad. You can generate game reports that tell you what worked and didn't work, and you can use that information in the future. And of course, the more dev and more contracts and more games that you produce, the more you will upgrade all of your different parts and your different developers, whether it is you or additional ones that you hire down the line. The more you level up, the more points you have, the better you can make games. All it takes is one hit game to bring in a ton of revenue. You get some great reviews, a bunch of 10s and 9, and that's going to easily bring in millions of dollars that allow you to get out of that garage and move up to your next level office. There are several different offices that you can get to, and each of them allow you to hire more and more people for your team. But of course, that comes with all the intricacies of having a team, like having to send people on vacation, having to train them, running different game reports, running research departments, so much that you can do as you start to grow your team. You even need to start creating your own game engines. There are tons of options that you have to research to unlock to build your game engine, and then use that game engine to build games. It's about at this point that you start to realize how expensive it is to build games, and Greenheart is in that same boat. They say it took them $190,000 to build the mobile port of Game Dev Tycoon. Maybe because I'm a little bit nerdy, I find a lot of this just really cool. Like, I love the different platforms that they put into the game, like the Mbox 360 and the Play System 3. I think the games and the game consoles are really cool, the way that they've been able to model those after real things. There's even an iPhone and an iPad knockoff here in the game, so you can target the different platforms for different age groups as well as for different genres. Like maybe casual games work better for the Game Boy and the iPhone, and they don't really work that well for the PC. Those are all different things that you have to decide as you're making your game and hope that it'll be successful. Once you become big enough, you can even accept publisher contracts and use those to produce even bigger AAA games that require a whole lot more work and a much bigger team. I also want to give a little bit of backstory to really what happened with Greenheart Games and this game back in 2012 that really took it to all the news headlines. And that was they released a cracked version of this game, put cracked in quotes, on different piracy websites, and people downloaded it instead of buying it. But what happened? They actually had a little pop-up in there. They knew it was a cracked version of the game, and when you were trying to develop a game, you would get a warning that people were pirating your game and it was becoming hard to make money. And if you had a pirated version, you'd never be able to make it successful because people were stealing your game. And it's just extremely poetic how that works out to what they were actually trying to do. There's way too much to cover in this video. You really just have to get hands-on and try it out for yourself. There are different parts of this, like there's a G3 conference that you can at. There is marketing that you can go in and increase hype. There are magazine interviews that you can do that'll also increase hype. This is just a really well thought out game. It's amazing, and you should definitely try it out. It is available now on the App Store for both iPhone and iPad, and available for $4.99, and it is worth every penny of that. Let me know what you think of Game Dev Tycoon down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up and press on that big red subscribe button. Until next time, this is Andrew for IDB.